doing that, and I've done a lot of projects over the years on our own homes. But this has been quite daunting. It's a Grade 2 listed building. Both the cottage and the chapel are Grade 2 listed. So we've had a lot of work in just getting the planning permission for the alterations and the changes that we need to make to it. But work from the very top with new roofs, got to go in, damp courses, new floors. There's a lot of timber that's got to be stripped out because it's rotten. It's typically an old property, Georgian in style, built in 1835. So there's an awful lot of work to be done. When we came into the chapel itself, it had been vacant for over 7 years. It was a little bit like a Mary Celeste. There was still a bottle of half-consumed communion wine standing on the side. All the Bibles and hymn books were still in the pews. Example of one of the issues that we faced with conservation. We've had to keep a lot of the items and have to reuse them within the property, even though we're making it into a home. So the writing you can see behind me is regarded of historical significance, so we have to keep that. Long negotiations over a year eventually has enabled us to get agreement that this large area here underneath the arch is going to be opened up with French double doors going through. The pulpit that I'm standing on, again, we have to keep because it has significance, but conservation has said that we can build it into the mezzanine, which will form part and parcel of the second floor of the building, and this will be at the end of the balcony leading out from the mezzanine itself. Here, the organ and some other bits of furniture, a nice desk-top chair, for example. Again, although they were items within the chapel, because of their historical importance to the chapel, we've actually got to keep them and maintain them somewhere within the property when we finish. Nice things about moving into this part of Wales, although it's very predominantly a Welsh-speaking area of Wales, the locals are so welcoming that as soon as they realise that, unlike my wife who can speak Welsh, that I've got a long way to go before I can actually make myself understood, they immediately change to their second language, which is English. We have been welcomed very much into the community. The chapel and the cottages, which had been left into disrepair for many, many years, were probably a bit of an eyesore when you first come into the village. So again, the fact that we're putting such a major change to the properties, developing them and painting them from the outside and making them look much nicer, is obviously also enhancing the village, and I think that's a welcome for all of them as well.